Yeah, it is working. Just checking. So, good evening. How are you? I see Aaron is already here. Uh, Usually people aren't that fast, but yes, we have a certain Aaron Lambeth is here. And yeah, today's theme is going to be Elon Musk's latest idea because if you were paying attention to his Twitter, I think he got a little bit into Game of Thrones and suggested that the new version of Starship should have a pair of dragon wings. And I think that that's something perfect for Kerbal Space Program. So we're going to try and figure out how to put dragon wings onto this. Well, obviously we've got to build out the rest of the spacecraft first, but dragon wings, I'm all about that. But let's actually just fix this because we need like a thrust plate and everything on the bottom of this, so we have proper, staging and all that. RP-37 engine plate. That's pretty good, and we're gonna need 6 of these, obviously. So how is everybody doing? We're gonna put these around the outside, and then in the core we're gonna have the thing. Yeah, the big one goes in the middle. That's right. Yeah, pour one out for the Falcon Heavy Center Core. That's right. As I said on Twitter, there are people that are saying that it fell off the barge, and really, do people really believe this version of events? I think it's entirely possible that the driver just missed the low bridge sign, and that's what happened. We should probably like build out a bigger. No, that's not that. That's not that. Let's stick a Carbidine tank on the middle there. That's about right. Now what we need is auto struts, cluster nodes. Oh man, and I have got a sneeze about to happen. Oh, that's better. Yes, unfortunate. Yes, Center Core was not with us for long. It is the curse of the Center Core. It seems that nature does not want the Center Core to be recovered because there are secrets that it keeps, or something like that. Why does the shroud not come up like that? Looks like we're going to have some sort of big thing. I'm just building something of a quick prototype to give us an idea. I mean, this is obviously not anything even remotely to scale, but this is what we're going with right now, and then we'll stick like another engine plate on the bottom. We just need to get this flying so that we can then have it re-entering under the power of dragon wings. Yeah, I should maybe put some more fuel in this upper stage as well. Let's do that. My mic's sneeze guard didn't work. It's not a sneeze guard, it's a anti-pop filter. It makes sure there is no pop on here because pop can be very dangerous. Like, we don't want to have any Britney Spears or actually Britney has been a long time since she was like in pop, was she? Yeah, we don't want any of that toxic stuff there. Huh? Get it? Hey. Okay, I know where you're coming from here. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. And we'll stick some legs on this as well. I know we don't really care about this thing landing, to be honest. I'm just wanting to launch it. So first of all, obviously we got to build our like quick analog of the Starship thing. Don't start down the rabbit hole. What? Only Bass Nectar. Oh, Bass Nectar, he's awesome. He's like one of he's like San Francisco buddy. So Bass Nectar, all totally cool. Yeah. What? Nice. That totally worked. Excellent. Look at this thing fly. Look at the G-forces this thing is pulling in a turn. If only it would pull out of its dive. Oh wait, it might. It's totally pulling out of this dive. Oh, that's right. Look at it go. It wants to live. Truly, it knows that it needs to be heading for the stars. Oh, wait, no, it's now lost again. Headed for the stars once again. No, confused. Now it's spinning out of control. I think that was a rather successful launch. Yeah. No, I like all sorts of music, but, yeah. So, yes, obviously Elon was watching Game of Thrones because, you know, they have dragons in that. Spoiler alert, they have dragons in Game of Thrones. So I decided that tonight's beer, because I am allowed to drink beer again, according to the doctor, is the... wait a second, gotta bring the background up. Show background. I have Game of Thrones beer. I have the Winter is Here Double White IPA with that blue dude on there. Anyway, look, that was a good test, right? Revert to vehicle assembly. Let's take a look at that. So yes, obviously I have to open this thing up. I think that there's a problem with my staging. You see, I didn't have enough rockets on there. See? There, let's launch it now while I'm actually opening the beer. I don't think I'll be able to drink all of this tonight. But I got this actually a while back. This is by Omegang Brewery, who have been doing all these Game of Thrones things for a while. There, you see? That's it. Now this thing is going to be totally unstable and will probably eventually flip out of control. What do we say? For generations, the great houses have warred among themselves for control of the Seven Kingdoms. Now a greater peril looms in the north. The others, their existence can no longer be denied. Winter is here, and with it comes the epic, perhaps final battle. Fortify yourself with this Belgian-style double white ale brewed with white pepper and sea salt. The aroma contains bready malt, clove, banana, and honey. The flavour is peppery spice up front and finishes with a hint of honey sweetness. This ale offers the unique flavours and aromas all Omegang or ales are known for, inspired by deep insight, blah 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 blah. Okay, excellent. This has got a bit of a pop. Oh, you know what? I need to have the glass nearby as well. Rocket-powered beer. Don't try this at home, kids. And when I say kids, I mean if you are underage, don't be drinking. That's a really bad thing. Okay, it looks pretty light. I think this is all I'm gonna have tonight because it is 8% alcohol. And I'm already lost in space. I think I should probably cut the engines on this. You didn't hear anything. Pop filter works. I shall start to play some Katy Perry. How about that? See if the pop filter works. Nice. Well. Oh yeah, no, I can definitely catch a lot of that. They definitely catch the peppery, spicy, white, cold, you know, all that stuff. I think I'm going to need to do like an entry burn thing here. Gonna need to kill my velocity as soon as I get close to as soon as things start heating up. Actually, we're gonna be fine, I think. Because I think our center of mass is sufficiently high. Or maybe not, actually. Who knows? We'll see what happens here. We're gonna put dragon wings on this upper stage. Not the rocket, the upper stage. We, of course, have to design the dragon wings and everything as well. They need to be able to fold in and, like, fold out. That's what I think Elon's getting at, because if they're just like big dragon wings that stick out, that would be silly. If they're dragon wings that fold away and wrap around the vehicle, that totally makes sense. So far, so good. I think I'm gonna put on. Whoa! Yes! Whoa, Nelly! Whoa! This is not a instability mode that I am used to seeing in rockets. Okay. Okay, well, you guys. Where is it? Oh yeah, that's more like it. I wonder if anything survived that I care about. We get some wings there. Too much beer already. Yeah, we were. Yeah, they did kind of. Well, they had wing. They had solar panels. Solar panels are not wings. And I'm literally taking Elon at his word. I don't want to do some half-assed solar panel concept. No, we gotta have like real wings. Wings that a dragon would be proud of. Okay, we're not getting all the way here. I don't think anyone survived. Where's my landing thing? Oh, there it is there. There's my shadow. Has anyone ever managed to land it without falling over? Yeah, always fall over. And then things flash like crazy things. Okay, yeah. Oh, look, the landing legs survived. And the engine! And landing legs and landing legs. Oh, and there's some more engines. Lots of engines. See that? Those engines were truly the thing of power. Okay, revert to vehicle assembly. This is not Kerbal Space Program 1.7 because we are doing real science here and we can't afford to be living in a world where mods do not work correctly. So yeah, we're going to need wings that fold, which means we need to have these things. We need a pair of these. And let's start the wings like this. No. Come on. Nope, that's not it. That's it. We get two of those. Okay. So then, off the front of that, so we need to fold these things out as well so we can actually see... Oh, it's funny that we don't have a sequencer module enabled here. Oh, there's no animation on this. How interesting. Oh, wait, now we get an animation on that. That is rather interesting. I think we need a... I think I've broken this somehow. Pardon me, let me come back and try this again. Slap it onto the side and rotate it. Okay. Oh, damn it. Thank you. Oh, there. Now it's moving correctly. Yeah, I don't want to do a let's recompile all my mods in VS Code stream. No, I don't. I think that would not be... That would not be really worthy of Elon's idea. Okay, so we need that, and then what we need is like the fingertips need to spread as well, right? So I think actually what we can do is attach this to the outside. What the heck is that? What is this thing thinking? Oh, that's sorta looking right. Let's just take it forwards. Okay, so these things come out, but in that configuration, what we really want to do is have these two be in a slightly different position, right? So we need to add a group and then drag these bottom two in. I said drag these bottom two into this group. Thank you. Behave yourself. So then when we bring it forwards, these two can come back. So we've got like little wings. You see that? This is where we're going. Right, so we're then going to have like an extra... We need a little extra finger in there. So I think what we'll do is we'll just do static ones for, you know, simplicity. So we're not having to deal... And we'll fold these out inside the structure, right? Otherwise, I'm just going to be having too many moving parts for this. So we'll have those ones go in there. And... these ones will go... This is the dragon wings idea. I mean, obviously, he's not the first person to have ideas to put dragon wings in a rocket. After all, I have flown a dragon to space. I like this. What do you think? I think I'm saving this right now just because, like, it's too special. So we need to now put in our wing panels and all that, right? And I need to actually, which means I need to find the relevant wing panels. Structural wing type bean. Oh, actually, that might work, but let's type A. This is very hard to put in place. You know what, I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to slide these things into position. Structural wing type A. And then I gotta flip that thing around so that it's facing the correct way. Come on, come on. Spicy dragon wings, that's right. Spicy dragon wings. Now, I'm pretty sure these things will have some hard time controlling and all that, but I'm confident that we can solve the problems. Either that, or we will explode while having fun learning how to solve the problems. So, either way, I think it's a win-win scenario. Maybe this is the kind of part we need. Or maybe, actually, if I attach it to this... Watch this. I have a plan. I have a plan. I don't know, for some reason I get the Rocky theme in my head. Da 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 da. I mean, look, these are kind of, you know, what possible problem? It doesn't necessarily have to be the solution to a problem for it to be a great idea, remember, right? Sometimes you just have to do things because they're worth doing. Right, so now we need to connect like a strake to this. I think that's what we're going to do. Swept wing? No. Structural wing? Is there like a little thinny, skinny... Ooh, I bet this. Hold on. I think those definitely could pass for dragon wings. What do you think? I could solve all my problems in a cool montage? Yes. Maybe we should have some more wings at the base here. Let's expand that wing at the base. You know, maybe let's put some flaps on there, because that'll make them look totally functional, right? Because, like, up until now, all you aerodynamicists out there, you're just kind of, like, sitting there shaking your head and saying, that'll never work. And, of course, adding flaps, adding control surfaces, that will totally make it work, right? That will make all the difference. Okay, so now the question is, now we need to fold these things back. So let's just fold them. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? They just kind of fold away. Okay, we get some, like, bits that stick out at the front there, but we can totally fold this. Okay. Boy, I think this beer is great, by the way. Bam! Flat, exactly. You know, I'm sure that's what aerodynamicists say. Like, we Kerbal players, it's always like either needs more struts or more boosters. But aerodynamicists are always like, needs more flaps, needs more control surfaces. Okay, let's just get this thing flying. Oh, beautiful. We're not going to go nearly as fast or as high this time. I'm actually going to try and turn off set axis just a bit, just to see what... Oh, oh yeah, we get some real wobbles going on here. But that's fine. We just need to get some... Ooh. The dragon is like doing some sort of dance here. Maybe I should throttle down a bit. Okay, you know what? Let's now... Okay, we got this flying. Oh. It tore itself apart. Okay, you guys don't have parachutes, so, you know. Uh-oh. Parachute, okay. Get you guys out of here, obviously. And then fight. You see, I saved them all. I saved them all this time. See? Okay, we obviously had some problems with that. And to be honest, I'm not entirely surprised. Do you think a rogue planet from interstellar space has more chance of destroying Earth than a meteor strike on Earth? No, I think meteor strikes on Earth are far more likely. So, okay, we're going to have to try this again. Maybe... Oh. I've got an idea, actually. I think what we should do is lock these things on. Amazing stories about the Avro Arrow. Are they as amazing as this thing? I think not. The Avro Arrow certainly has some fantastic stories. Well, I was thinking about wrapping the wings around the body, like, to do the proper dragon thing, but that will require extra articulation. What I think we could do is have some, like, some explosive bolts that hold them in place, right? So we put a pair of these on, and then you attach some struts, right? Da 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 da. And so that will hold these things together, hold these things in place. You know what? That wing is not correctly oriented. That's my problem here. Ah, okay, that's not quite what we need. I might have to redeploy these wings, just so we can get a look at what is wrong with them. Okay, yeah, somebody screwed up. Almost certainly me, because I'm the only person doing it. But oh, that's interesting. Let's do that. That's maybe. I think that will actually lead to the thing wanting to roll. You're like, huh? I'm on a roll. Yes. Maybe I should just like freeze the orientation. Like, yeah, that's the problem. We started out in an incorrect orientation, right? So let's fix that orientation first. Da, 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 da. Okay, now we fixed that. Now we roll it down. Yeah, I think that's much better. Okay, once again, we've got it. Now zero these things out. Zero this out. Better make sure this thing works correctly. Once again, attached to the thing, attached to this, and let's just, I don't know what's go. We get extra struts. Let's just save it and see what happens. It'll probably explode. How's my aerodynamics knowledge? I do not know a great deal of aerodynamics. Do you ever get muscle cramps or blood clots in space? There are interesting problems that happen in space that you don't get on Earth. One of the problems I remember was on Skylab, putting on socks became a major chore, because normally when you bend down to put on shoes and socks and stuff like that, gravity is actually helping you do it and you're relaxed, but when you're actually bending in space to put on the socks, you're actually using your muscles on your belly. Uh-oh. Okay, let's get this thing out of here. Okay, so now we have... Okay, now where's these things? Let's try facing forward. Let's try firing some stuff. Uh, uh, uh. Bring the wings out. That's right. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful dragon wings. Maybe we should make it face backwards. Look, it's flying almost. Almost. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. Wait a second. It definitely has some aerodynamic balance issues. Hey, look, they survived though. Not totally a failure. I think the Elon might be onto something. Okay, so I think that we had a problem with that because we just simply had too much fuel in it, and we actually had the fuel in the butt, so it was, wanting to kind of not fly correctly. So maybe what I shall do is move the fuel forwards. No, I did try that. I was trying to land it. Butt first, Demon Hat. Right? That was absolutely intentional. What I am going to do is have these things sitting out so I can adjust the fuel flow, the fuel balance for the thing. I'm going to move some fuel towards the front of the vehicle just to kind of balance things out. I mean, maybe we can make this thing fly as it is. So let's stabilize that. Let's go flying. And let's actually fly a little more carefully, right? I want to get more height up. Try struts between stages, or is that heresy? What do you speak of? Try make the what? I just don't know how to secure these stages properly. Look, we're getting some real height now. Definitely a bit of wobbling going on here, though. At some point we will probably fail, but I'll maybe... Oh, okay. Let's just do this. Okay. Okay, now let's try facing forwards. Let's turn off stability control here. Let's fire these engines. Oh, look! So now let's put fuel in the front. We're in a flat spin! Look, we're skydiving! Like Elon insisted. Like, this is the skydive mode. Once again, everyone survived. They went for a little spin this time. Look, they're actually making progress across the surface. Like a bat out of Boca Chica. Yeah. Let's go and add... What do we do? Add more control surfaces? I think we need to add more control surfaces to counteract the awesomeness of the dragon wings. The beer we are drinking, because we are adding dragon wings, we are drinking Winter is Here. This is a Game of Thrones themed beer by Omegang Brewery, of course, of New York and all that. Official, HBO licensed and all that. Okay, so you know what? We have issues with this main stage. The other problem we have is this main stage has not enough stability. So I think if we do this, it will help keep it pointing the right direction. And since we have some wobble, since we're picking up a bit of a shimmy, I'm going to secure these to the main stage like that. I think that might help us get a little further this time. Just to be sure, though, I'm going to add more of these. I mean, yeah, that's more like it. I'm gonna get rid of these also. They look silly. And we can't have anything that looks silly on this. Am I better than Matt Lone? That depends on how you measure me. If there's anything involving math, then I tend to be better than most of the other Kerbalers. If it actually involves building something that works, that are like insane designs and actually involves flying skills, then I think most of the other Kerbalers are objectively superior to my mucking arounds. Let's put 6. Let's put 8 of these on. Maybe we can get it flying forwards. I think that's what I should go for. And you know what? I'm actually going to put the... I'm going to decrease the amount of fuel in the back here and put more fuel in the front. In fact, I could put fuel in here. Yeah, that might move the center of mass forwards and make it fly. Or either that, or it might flat spin. Yeah, dragons have tails. They have beautiful long tails for a reason. But Elon didn't say anything about dragon tails. He just said dragon wings. And I cannot, like... I cannot ignore the basic specification. After all, he is the boss, and he's built more rockets than me. Okay, we're just going to try and go upwards for a bit. Look, this is flying so much better already. Yeah, this is like almost stable. Let's fly out to the mountains. I said mountains. Let's fly out to the mountains. We might be doing a power slide, which is not really something you're supposed to do in a rocket unless you're like an Atlas 411. There we go. Oh crap, I had it. Yeah, this has a really interesting power slide functionality. I feel very much like I'm flying a rocket in Oakland here. Like, we gotta do some, like, rocket sideshows. Oh well. I should probably put a parachute on this capsule, shouldn't I? I should get rid of this and, you know, because that obviously doesn't help, does it? I was flying so well! The clouds in the cityscapes is like environmental visual enhancements, which is a pretty common thing. Yeah, let's put a parachute on there so that I can be safe in the knowledge that should they be cast free from their spacecraft, that they will descend safely to the planet and not get squished. You know what? The Real Fuels mod, I do not think that it actually has chlorine trifluoride as an oxidizer. Okay, we're gonna try this again. I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Gonna fly this rocket to space. Let it go. Oh no! No, no, no! Don't need to fly. Okay, come on. Come on! These wings are pointing the wrong direction. Even with the struts, these wings are misbehaving. Okay, you know what? Let's just get this out of here. Okay. We've got to deploy these wings. That's right. Get the wings out. Oh, brilliant. Okay. Look! 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 It's almost flying. Now, just need to pull out of this dive. You know what I could do? Oh, shoot. I deployed the parachutes as well. I have too much mass up the front. This is totally accurate. Let's see if we can make a turn in it. I mean, this isn't so bad. I'm gonna put more speed into this thing. Because I want to get some height. If we get too low, the parachutes will open. I want to kind of fly back over the runway. The parachutes are strangely not making it that much worse. Look at this majestic beast. Truly, you know, invoking the spirit of Daenerys Targaryen's children. Oh, we get a bit of a shimmy there. I think what I'm gonna do now is cut the thrust. And I'm actually gonna turn hard. Hey, look at that! Look at that! Totally working. And now I just need to make sure that we land somewhere safe, because we're going to be descending in reverse. Yeah, we're totally going to be able to soft land this thing. Hey, look at that! Victory! Elon, you are a genius. Elon was right. Dragon wings on the dragon, and let's just like fold them away. I said fold them away. Oh, they don't want to fold away. Okay, now we're gonna fold them away. See that? How elegant that creature is. I actually kind of like that way of folding it. It came out faster. I should probably let it chill out. Ah, oh, man. Ah, yes. So, I don't know what else to do next. Obviously, we have to take this thing from orbit, right? Batman is calling. He wants your drawings. We can't have them. Let's revert to vehicle assembly. Let's see if we can improve on this magnificent creation. You know, sometimes I come up with ideas and they're just bad and they take forever and they don't go anywhere. And then sometimes, you know, Elon Musk makes some joke on the internet and next thing you know, it's totally working and totally functional. And that's the difference, you know. He deals with these things for real and therefore we can do stuff that would just normally be considered wacky or impossible. And it works. It's reliable. I'm just going to secure these things a bit more. So I'm going to do this. And so we're going to add some extra stuff. The flaps were pulling the wings apart. I'm sure they were. I'm sure the flaps were adding all sorts of unnecessary forces. But I think that we... maybe what I'm going to do is pre-deploy these ones. Right? Like that. See that? Oh, wait. That's not right. I'll see how that works. I think that looks sleeker, though. The Tundra Exploration lets you make an Iridium Next. Yes, Iridium Next, of course, is not as cool as the original Iridium when it comes to Iridium flares. Oh yeah, we need to also fix this because we need this and this. We need the parachutes to be in the final stage. We don't want to be flying around the parachutes. That was kind of embarrassing, to be honest. Okay, let's see if we can make this fly a little further this time. You're noticing the wings had a really bad flex problem. Yes, that is basically the nature of wings in Infernal Robotics. So, like, it honestly can't be helped. Oh, that was so beautiful. Thankfully, we do have a parachute on this one. Now, there is one possible way we can fix this, right? What you could do, what we could do, is put the wings inside some sort of service module or whatever, right? Because I think the way the game works is it will see that it's inside a service module, and the aerodynamics will not act until it's removed from the service module. I could be wrong on that. Let's take a look at the container possibilities here. We have a service bay, we have a 2.5, we have an SM18. S and M 18. No, okay, that's this S and M, and oh, that's if you want to put a bunch of stuff inside there. Yeah, I'm not sure. I want one that you can open up. I kind of like this idea. So maybe we should do that. Have a cargo bay. So I'm just going to grab these things off of them. Because obviously I want to... Let's make it Hoppy Mark II, right? This could be okay with Ferrum. I don't know. Because I haven't had Ferrum running in a while. Like, beyond old versions. So yeah, what we're going to do is, instead of having this transition here, we're going to have a transitional service bay thing. Now, we do have these parts sitting around here. There we have that. See this? This is going to be so much more beautiful. Trust me. The beauty will be unimaginably beautiful. Beauteous, even. And then we need... So we're obviously messing up my whole aerodynamic balance by making the thing longer, but that's fine, because what I can do is I can ditch this section, and now we've got a vehicle that is objectively superior. So let's open this, and what we'll do is we'll attach the wings inside this, and I think that it might decide to, like, not do the aerodynamics. You see the people who flew the Israeli probe to the moon did an AMA on... No, I didn't see that, but I did see the translation that somebody posted of what was going on. And now I know the Hebrew word for two and various things like that. It's kind of interesting that how much other languages I learn from listening to space documentaries and stuff like that. That might not be what we're looking for. Yeah, what I'm going to do is fold these things back inside. Oh, that's about as folded as they become. The wings are... I know... Silent Searchlight. I know the wings aren't rigid enough. Unfortunately, there is no way to make them more rigid. Right? I hear you. Whenever you're telling me that they're not rigid enough, I know that. That is just one of the consequences of dealing with wings in using infernal robotics. There is no way to make them more rigid. So it's not that I'm ignoring you, it's that I knew before you even told me, because it's just not possible. Maybe what I could do, hold on, I'm just trying to figure out the best way to stow these magnificent creations. See, I think what I need to do is grab the wings now and rotate them around. There we go. See that? What a work of art this is going to be. Yes. Yeah, I have to use cables, winches, scripts, all that other stuff. And it ain't happening. I think that's where we're gonna start. Wait a second. Hold on. When these fold out, they are backwards. How did I miss that they would be backwards? Okay, so I need to now take this thing and rotate. Wait, no. Yeah, I need to take the whole thing and rotate it. How did I must have messed that up? Okay, we got those. We got those folded correctly. How did I mess that up? Oh, that's an interesting problem. Let's just try folding it backwards on itself like that. Oh, that's as far as they fold. I might need to redesign the folding mechanism for these things to fit them inside the bay. Ah, man. I always think it's interesting that people are like, Elon Musk doesn't actually do any hands-ons. Listen, when you've been running a company and you've been obsessed by rockets for like 15 years, you pick up a few bits and pieces here and there. Trust me. Um, like that's generally what I found. I think I need to figure out some way to get these things secured. I mean, honestly, look, do you think if I started a rocket company that I wouldn't be hands-on with every single thing? Well, I know, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe they need to cross each other inside the compartment. I do like the bay and everything. Now, these aren't going to work. Like, how about I do this, right? I think I'm going to have to redesign the wings completely. You just want to see Scott Manley Rocket Company come true. I think that ship has sailed. I have many other things that I can do that is not involving actually building rockets. Because I'm going to be clear, I am not a rocket scientist, right? I have zero qualifications other than making a bunch of videos on the internet because I realized that people wanted to know about these things, right? And I do find it interesting that people do actually come to me and ask me questions, and sometimes I can help them because I've read a lot. So it's like, well, you know, we'd really like to do some. Like, somebody came to me and he'd done the math on the temperatures of the fuel cycles inside the Raptor engine, and his numbers seemed like really, really low. And I was like, well, actually, I've got a paper that I can reference here because I did read about the integrated powerhead demonstrator, and you know, he went away and he seemed to be quite happy with that. So yeah, look, this thing folds out. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Oh, wait, we have extensible controls. That's what I should use, right? That's what I gotta use. Forget this. Forget this half-assed version. So we need to fold these things into the bay because they're just flapping around. Oh, no. Sorgmon, let me tell you, I do great things outside of rocketry, right? I do not feel offended by that. I'm just not somebody that sits around with rockets all day. I mean, maybe one of these days I'll be in a situation where I'm like, you know, actually have a chance to talk about real rockets, but I'm not. I'm not there. But also, what has taught me is that, let me see, zero. Let me try something. Oh, gotta do it this way. Okay, that's going backwards. Uh, 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 presets. Oh, move to 0. I'm going to rotate these 180 degrees. I'm trying to build a folding mechanism, so now we've kind of got through all the explodey bits, and it's going to be boring folding wings again. So let's try this now. Look, watch. You see, fold and extend at the same time, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Is that not sexy? Oh, yes. Oh, mama. So the only thing is these things need to extend faster. So speed needs to double. Yeah, that seems about right. And in fact, what I think I should do is fold these up a bit more. Oh, why are they spinning around that axis? That makes absolutely no sense. Who designed this coordinate system anyway? Some sort of amateur coordinator? This is now really confused as to what sensible axes are. You know what? I'm going to take that and I'm just going to move it manually to the correct orientation. Yeah, so here's the thing. If you are going to be successful on YouTube, you better be very good at not getting offended. Because people will forever insult you and tell you you're wrong and stupid and whatever. And you know what? You just got to be arrogant enough to know that they are wrong. No, sorry. You just got to be humble enough to accept the fact that you cannot be perfect at everything. Did I say arrogant? Let's make these longer as well. Faster as well. Extenditron. So I think what I need to do is just make these have presets. So there's my folding wings, right? And then you're just going to attach a bunch of control surfaces to it. I should probably get rid of all these things here. So let's just try adding like a bunch of like wings to this that can fit in there. Let's just use the small ones for now for testing. Small delta wing. Now actually, what happens when I retract these? Oh, they totally retract. Yes! Beautiful. Wing connector type B, you know. Wing connector type A. Look, that's a good start. Now let's see how we can fold these things, how this folds away. Not perfect. There are little less jazz hands. Let's just see where we're going. So we're going to close this, and what I need is to set up reasonable start positions. Actually, let's open this. So wait a second. So this needs open close presets. Presets should be -16. Okay, so that's -16. That's good. That's -6. Oh shit. -16. Okay, so let's if I hit 0, that's good. That's good. So those go to those positions. And when I go all the way out, it says -90. No. What we need is all the way to +90. +90 is good. So when we hit... Is there like a way to hit the maximize button? Save as something new. I've saved as Hoppy 2, right? It's saved as Hoppy 2. Don't you be worrying. I am well aware of what I am doing here. Say, the Extendatron needs to have... add a preset of, like... I don't know, what's the maximum on an Extendatron? 2.4. Okay. 2.4. And that's that. And that's 0. Wait, that's 0. Set as default position. Set as that position. Okay. Set as default, and then add 2.4. Oh, adds at the top. I'm gonna have a really hard time extending these things. Okay, next. Minus 16. So look at this beautiful thing. So the other thing we need is the Extendatron. Also needs to be 2.4. And this one needs 2.4. Sorry, wait, so add. There we go. And then this hinge, we need to make this hinge work, right? So actually the default position should be 0, right? And then the extended position, so wait a second, let's extend these out. Extend that. Good. There's something that's not in the right position. Oh, that's the one that should be extended. There we go. Bingo. This could take some time to move to the correct position. I need to have it like so much clipping. Yes, there is. The clipping is rather extreme. But we're trying to do. We're trying to like cheat out the aerodynamic problems that we're having, right? That's just really, we can't avoid it. But it's clipping for science. Okay, so we need new hinges to have 30 degrees, right? This is what we need. So I'm going to make 30 the maximum value of each of these, right? 30, 30, and 30. So these go bang, 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 bang. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Bang, bang. So I just need to scroll down and hit all those numbers, and that's us maxed out. And then we've got wings. And you know what? I'm going to actually add control surfaces here. Because you know what? How much worse can we make it? Okay, apparently we can make it worse by having the symmetry wrong. That's better. Okay, and then we can 0 these rotations out. Bingo! Oh, and they fold... Oh. What the heck are you doing there? Oh, that's more like it. It seems a little confused here by one of these things. Oh, you know what? This one is wrong. This one needs to have that be set to 0 and that be there. And then so if I hit 0... Ah, brilliant. Okay. Now they're all not as broken as I had imagined. And we've got control surfaces sticking out there. Well, let's see what happens here. So I'm going to add a custom thing to open this, toggle the bay doors, because we need them to open so that they work correctly. And I am going to add some extra aerodynamic strutting on the exterior just to make sure that this thing is held in place. We've got 3 of these apparently because I'm not good at this. And attach this and this. There, look, it is now secure and will not waver or wobble in the face of extreme aerodynamic forces, because that would be cheesy. I don't know what the hell happened here, but you need to be on your own stage. Thank you. Okay, let's see what happens next. Oh, man, you know, I'm not really supposed to be having too much beer right now, but I'm going to have a little more. I've stopped taking the drugs, by the way, the people that are wondering. You should go back and watch my amazing stream that I did when I was on medication. Oh, let's see what happens. Look at this beautiful creation. Look at it, flying straight and true like a real rocket should. Let's actually try turning towards the mountains this time. I want to head towards the mountains because that's, you know, dragons like the mountains. They also like eating goats and things like that. Okay, pretty fly for an alien spaceship thingy. I think I'm just going to hover around Mach 1 for a bit. Obviously, I want to make sure I get high enough. What meds were... I don't know, it was some sort of, you know, synthetic opiate because of my, you know, my surgery. And it made me a little bit loopy, and then I decided to play Kerbal Space Program because it said, do not drive or operate heavy machinery. And I thought, what a perfect time to try flying rockets and spaceships. Okay, I think we're done here. I'm just gonna separate a bit so that we don't crash into this. No. No. Okay. So now we gotta pop this out. And... one. Okay, well, we've kinda got some of it. It's not quite perfect. So obviously the 0 point hasn't quite been selected perfectly, but let's try flying this nevertheless. I might have to transfer some fuel backwards. That's the other thing I'm going to do. Oh dear, okay, too much. Send the fuel out of here. We've got definitely too much lift at the front right now. Yep, we need more weight at the front and less weight at the rear. Yeah, I should dump that fuel as well. Okay. May not work quite as well as I had hoped. Let's just try pointing it in roughly the right direction. And see if we can pull out of this dive. You know what? Feeling sort of stable here. I think it's just a center of mass issue. Yeah, okay, we can probably move a bit more fuel forwards. Oh, stop. No, out. There we go. Brilliant! Look, we're gliding! We're sort of like a dragon, except our setup isn't correct. So now we can actually start firing our engines. See, these are far more rigid. Right, so let's edit my groups while I'm trying to fly here. We have a new hinge, which is at 90 degrees. I think this needs to go further. There we go. Okay. And this one needs to go... No, that one goes there. How about this one? Ah, there we go. So these ones need to have 60 degrees as their thing. Look at us go! Look at it! Is this not a glorious creation? You know what they say, Valor Morgullis, all Kerbals must die, right? Look, we're even gaining altitude and everything. We could actually use some real thrust here. This feels way more like a realistic space vehicle. Let's try flying through the mountains. Look, and we're even breathing fire out of it. Obviously, we're throwing fire out of the wrong end for a dragon, but, you know, it's truly a marvelous creation. I think that we could probably make these wings look a little more like dragon wings. I mean, obviously, realistic dragon wings are very hard to simulate, and these are merely, you know, approximations. Okay, I need to... Yeah, I was worried I was going to end up crashing into a mountain there. Not everybody takes to dragon flying right away. I do not think I have Targaryen blood in me. Okay. Look at that! It's so beautiful. Now I wonder if I... Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. I'm having some stability control issues here, obviously. In. Move that center of mass forwards. Right, there we go. We got control again. Yes, center of mass issues here. So I think at some point I'm gonna have to shift the center of mass back so I can try landing it. I thought I would try landing on that mountaintop there, but I think that that is a bad choice. So I'm just gonna head out over these plains and see if we can land it at last out here somewhere. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna try gliding now. So we're gonna try gliding, and then we're gonna pump the fuel backwards so that we can fly in reverse safely. So this and this, right? And so the trick is that we're going to use fuel distribution to balance it. And then, of course, with all these wings, we should then have like a stable reverse thing. I'd really want to do like a whole thing on the aerodynamics of dragons. And of course, I knew about dragons long before Game of Thrones. How many people can say they were a scientific consultant on a New York Times best-selling book about dragons? Yeah? This is obviously a three-legged dragon. Okay, so let's try transferring the fuel backwards, right? See if that happens. Right? Fuel backwards, and then... Boom! Oh, yeah, not quite right. Boom. Not quite right. And then so we'll tell it to fire in reverse. And here's the problem, actually. If you just tell it... In fact, what I should do is just disable stability control. Because that will... Okay, you know what? We do have a set of parachutes available. Yeah, the parachutes I think we need because I just don't have the fly-by-wire system that's necessary. If I had the full-on fly-by-wire system that would be developed by expert GNC Dragon pilots, then I think we could fly this a whole lot better. You could probably do this entirely without the parachutes. That is a wild Orion. We can fold these away. And we can fold these back to their zero spot. I'm going to say that is a success. That is objectively successful. Yes, when a manly passes behind another manly, it is a syzygy. So for those of you who don't know, I'm just going to pull out a piece of my history here. For those of you that don't know, about 20 years ago, I was approached by a friend of a friend to say, could you help my sci-fi author friend? They're writing a book where they want a planet to get hit by an asteroid. And So I did, and I ended up being the science advisor for Skies of Pern by Anne McCaffrey. It was her last novel, and it was a New York Times bestseller. And I helped hit the world of Pern with a comet. Actually, she wanted an asteroid, but I told her that it should be a comet because it would have been way better. So we have the inside of this. This is a leather-bound copy of only 3 of 20. Sorry, where is it? Where's the inscription page? Yeah, there we go. Signed by Anne, number 3 of 3. I can't see. How do I do full webcam? Wrong button. Nope, that's not it either. Apparently, I have lost my webcam one. There we go. Skies of Pern. And it includes things like, okay, I got a little cover letter. And there's an insert with the map and everything. Yeah, this is after they took care of the Red Star. Oh, yeah, look, we have my little map. I wasn't really clear. I hadn't read much until I was approached, but look, we also figured out where the tsunami would go and everything. And I have great pictures where I worked on the orbital mechanics and everything. But yeah, so that was my like brief claim to fame with stuff. By the way, I haven't had much chance to show these off because I've had a hard time actually standing in front of a camera and making videos. But a few weeks ago, Ollie Braun, who makes SpaceX, Falcon 9 rockets, he came to town, and of course I had enough votes that he gave me a Starship Hopper, which was like, this was the Starship Hopper design back before the nose cone fell over and everyone was expecting a replacement. But this is a model with 3 Raptor engines. It's all silver. It's got the big flag on the side. It's very, very cool. So that's 3D printed, resin printed, and painted and assembled on its own. But also like as an extra bonus point, because I was like, I'm gonna buy you a beer and I don't know. We have the regular Starship as well. So this is obviously what we're going for, but with dragon wings, right? You can imagine how this works. And it even has the panels on the rear, right? So I really like these, and I actually went and made a point of buying like another model from him that I'm going to have to assemble. But I think this is kind of cool because this is basically totally out of date. This is a moment which has come and gone. Anyway, I think I need a little more work on this design, but we are so there. So yeah, we need the positions of these things. The second hinges are not correct. So what we do is we go bang, 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 bang. Okay, so some of these things do not have their limits set correctly. Yeah, this one. Oh. That's that. I thought I told it to go to that position. This one? Told it to go to that position. Oh, yeah, sorry. Yes, scene change. Bottom right. Back, you get to see my things again. I am full... You get full-on webcam! I mean, boy. Anyway, what was I doing? The Flash Gordon appearance may not be entirely coincidental. Did Orion walk through shirtless or something? Did I miss that? Yeah. Yeah, why did these things not deploy? Why did these deploy further than they should? I'm a little confused by it, and that's definitely not where they should go. Yeah, it just needs more like stability control to balance the whole thing out. I'm just trying to think if there's a way to like make this, balance or whatever. That Delta 4 Heavy model, oh yeah, that was sent to me by ULA. I have a Tory, courtesy of Tory Bruno. Starship is very much a Harryhausen Flash Gordon offspring. Yes. Um, so maybe what I should do is add some air brakes up the top, right? What am I looking for here? These aerodynamics, air brakes, right up the top. So that should help us get into a reverse situation without those pesky. Yeah, let's do amateur. Yeah, let's try that. I think that's about as good as we need, right? Let's save that. Okay, here we go. If he's improving Tesla, he's just down the street from me. I should say hi. I think I should probably get a tour of Tesla at one point. I did get some interesting invites today, by the way. Again, more people down the Mojave way. Oh. That is not supposed to happen. Let's set this back to 0. Oh, man. You know what? Let's I should see if I can find the other thing. Hold on. I think it's here. Yes, I think this is it. I'm gonna grab this. Yeah, so the other model I bought. Let's just bring the webcam back for a minute. For but a moment, let's bring the webcam. So this was from Ollie's website. Again, this is all 3D printed stuff, and it's the parts to make a Falcon 9. So there's the engine, there's obviously the octaweb and the landing legs, and you have bits of the hull, bits of the main tank, and you actually have 2 bits of octaweb, and then you have the Dragon capsule. So this is one I'm going to paint myself, right? That's the thing. And it comes with transfers and pins and stuff to hold it together. So that will be something that I have some time to look at. I love models, in case you hadn't noticed. I love games where you play with models. I mean, like, look at this beautiful, 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 beautiful creation, right? This is a model of the Profundity from Star Wars Rogue One. It is a playing piece for a board game. There's a tabletop war game called Star Wars Armada, where you play with starships from the Star Wars universe, and I just love that game. Right? I have all of the ships because they're all gorgeous. And yes, I have Star Destroyers. I have Star Destroyers over there, but I'm not going to get them out because they're behind like a bunch of other things. And this year, they are releasing the Super Star Destroyer, which is a miniature for a board game which is 2 feet long. Right? 2 feet long miniature. $200 piece of $200 playing piece. Anyway, let's see if we can go any further with this concept. I put these things in the wrong place, didn't I? Let's put these back to their 0 points. Yes. Oh, the Extenditron is not zeroed out correctly. This should be set as the default position, and we should go to it. There we go. Can you put the mod with your face on the Kerbals on? That would require quitting the game and restarting. The 10-meter wide Death Star Mini, yes. I have a few other spaceships sitting around that I haven't opened up because, like I buy them. Look, here's an E-Wing from Star Wars. I love Star Wars model spaceship games because I'm a terrible, terrible nerd. Let's actually take this to space. Right? I'm not sure, actually, about the exact, origins of the hull from the Profundity. Like, whether it's... I don't know who makes it, because Wikipedia, they're the authority on all this stuff, right? I'm gonna throttle down a bit. Okay, sorry, I gotta get my headphones on. Because, being able to hear the rocket... Yeah, I know, like, what's it? Warhammer 40k has the World Forge series miniatures. I love Battlefield Gothic as well, and I'm so glad that it got a video game thing, and I wish I had the time to play it. In principle, Battlefield Gothic just tickles, it scratches me in the right way. Yeah, Forge World have the $700 whatever, $1,200 miniatures. But yeah, they're not exactly mass produced in the same way that the Fantasy Flight Games miniatures are mass produced. By the way, I think I might have to disable something on this. Where's my... How come I don't have an engineer thing installed on this? That's kind of ridiculous. Getting just a little hot. I'm gonna throttle down a bit because I don't want to burn up on the way to space. Remember Crimson Skies. I don't actually. Crimson Skies, video game? I mean, I'll tell you, like, the Warhammer series of games are just, like, such... The design on that stuff is just genius. Oh, Crimson Skies is the fighter game? I thought they had a Aerotech was their fighter game for FASA that was part of the Battletech universe. I remember there was a cool thing that they had, like, their version of orbital mechanics, so you could have space fighters fight in space, and then they would be too fast to engage on the battlefield, but there were rules so that if your spacecraft flew over the planet, it could strafe the battlefield and hit all the hostile targets like doing an area attack. And I thought that was pretty cool. But they also had rules for combat with drop ships and everything else. Yeah, Crimson Skies was its own thing. Oh, okay. So should I try just re-entering, or should I pick up more speed? I think, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get to orbit, but I'm going to do ignore max temperature, because you just know that thing is going to kill me, right? Is there any good mod to help? Jijamanka, I would say that the Suicide Burn mod of choice is going to be Kerbal Engineer, because it will tell you exactly when to fire, either by distance or by time. It will frequently turn your suicide burn into an actual suicide impact, but yes. This really is a beautiful work of art. I think we've got a lot more flaps than we need. I'm sure there is some... Yeah, I don't know. This is always the problem with Kerbal Space Program, is log spam. Okay, let's see if this thing gets into orbit. I can't hear what's going on here, but it's definitely working. Yeah, this is really what I was looking for, was the Spectra Planet mod. And I spent a lot of time trying to make that work, more than anything else. A starship is supposed to do Earth and Mars. Beautiful, the first stage practically gets me into orbit. Yeah, look, I could have actually got into orbit, but I just ran out of fuel here. So let's ditch the stage. Okay, that's separated us just a bit. Yeah, one of the things, so talking about my model spaceship games, is that Armada is basically rebels versus Imperials. So that's easy enough. And you get Star Destroyers and you get the Nebulan B frigates and all that. But they're now doing Clone Wars. They've officially announced it. It's a very expensive game, but it's not nearly as expensive as 40k or whatever. I feel like with 1.7 you need so much fuel. It's true. There's many mods that were kind of essential that are no longer essential. So the question is, do I fold these wings out now or do I wait? I think I'm going to pump the fuel forwards. Oh, we've actually got the fuel roughly in the right place. Yeah, let's just do this. Let's just travel around the world. Look at it go. It's going to burn up. Did I actually get into orbit? 6 to 8 kilometers, yeah. Look at that thing disappear. It's really rather beautiful, isn't it? So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go around to the other side actually, and then I'm going to perform re-entry. I'm going to try and fly over the thing. So we just got to get through this. 26. See, we're still falling down. I could skim with them out. Re-entry, not so much. Spectra is a pretty... It is pretty, but we're not clear. It's not particularly easy to install by any means. Spectra is also an album by Chipzel, and as you may or may not know, Chipzel is one of my favourite musicians. She does chiptune music and does a lot of stuff on her Game Boys. And I ended up with one of her former Game Boys after it broke. And it was then subsequently smashed. So I have that on display behind me in some of my streams. But she also did a great remix album for Crypt of the Necrodancer, which is another game which I love. Are you going to try this fly? No, of course this thing won't fly on Duna. It's got big giant dragon wings. It's useless. It needs more atmosphere. The sun scatterer is not correct. I'm not sure what's going on. I think I would say that... Oh, wait a second. We've apparently missed that warp. So let's actually just perform that deorbit warp. I'm going to bring this periaps down inside the planet. Or not inside the planet. Down low enough that I can fly this thing in through re-entry. I think that's good enough. Okay, now we're going to turn around prograde. And we're going to deploy these... I thought one is supposed to open this, no? Oh, there. Yeah, there it is. Opened. Then move to the final position. Yeah, so these ones here aren't quite correct. New hinge. This one? How come the preset for these things is not available? Ah, that one works. Ah, there we go. Well, that's a little easier. How would you fly a helicopter in such a thin atmosphere? Using a lot of power and very big rotor blades. The Mars helicopter, I'm totally convinced by. No, I mean, I covered it a long time ago. Did you know that NASA is also looking at a nuclear-powered helicopter for Titan? Now think about that. Titan doesn't have the advantage of the the proximity to the sun, so they need to use RTGs. So they're going to have an octocopter. That means 4 sets of blades running in both directions. And what it does is it sits around for a few days using the using what do you call it? Using like the RTG to like recharge. And then at the appropriate time it's ready to go. It probably has a laser as well. I think that if it doesn't have a razor, then that is an opportunity which they are missing. But it's one of my favorite missions I really want to have happen, just because it would be really cool to have a an octocopter, a drone flying around on Titan, right? I built this in Kerbal a long time ago. I built a clone of it. It was, radio RTG powered and everything. I think I'm going to just give it infinite power as well, because I just can't deal with having to, like, put power generation. I don't know what to do about angle of attack or anything. That is a pretty good beauty shot, right? You just say, Elon, your dragon wing concept totally works. But yeah, the great thing about the drone on Mars is that it is entirely, like, it's a bonus thing. If it produces good science, if it crashes after one flight, that's still good data, right? They're not expecting it to work. Their mission is not hinging on this thing being successful. But if it does work, it will transform exploration. It's totally a hypersonic dragon. I think I might need to pitch the nose down a bit. That's what I'm going to do. Just because I need to make sure that we feel the re-entry burn. How close are we to this target? Can I activate navigation? Yes, look, we're going to head towards the space center there. I've obviously pumped all my fuel mass forwards to make sure that... Oh, look, we're actually overheating somewhere. I'm actually applying some pretty serious, angle of attack to this, and it's working relatively well. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. Yeah, this is what happens when you run it at 4 times regular speed. Uh-oh. How we doing here? Yeah, we still get plenty of distance to go. I'm trying to... Maybe we can make it to the desert launch pad. Okay, obviously aerodynamic stress is a little higher than I expected. Ah, well, so much for re-entry. It was going so well! Until it exploded. Okay. Did I F9 that in space? Did I F5 that in space? Look, we did! We got it into space, and we were, like, flying around, so let's try that again. I was obviously too aggressive in my ascent, my descent. Whatever. And now we have infinite electricity. The world will be a better place. It was really fabulous, I'm gonna say. It looked styling. And I am not a biased individual. That legitimately looked pretty stylish. If only I could figure a way to like fold these panels away, it would look even better. Okay, come on. Get out of the atmosphere so you can time warp. Thank you. Time warp here. Hello, Wartig from Italy. Hey, how are you? By the way, so I am, for those people that are subscribers, there is an official, you should link your Twitch to Discord and get onto my like whole Discord channel thing, because there's some exclusive content that I've started posting for subscribers only. It's just like random things from my past and interesting videos and secrets and stuff like that. I'm not saying it's worth joining, but if you have Discord and have it linked to the Twitch, drop by and check it out, and then you can say, oh my god, what a waste of money. Just saying. I wouldn't have high expectations, but on the other hand, I wouldn't have low expectations, because, you know, like, you wanna at least have some dreams out there. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Scott's secrets. I wish I could show you some of my secrets, but yeah. There's the sunset. If only the bloody, like, lens scatterer thing would work correctly. No, it's not a space plane. It's a space dragon. Right? You just know that Daenerys Targaryen is in there flying it with some champagne or whatever. Let's just deploy my thing again. Okay, let's do this. Oh, preset mode. Let's try that. Oh, yes! The preset mode. That's what I was looking for. I'm almost totally getting this under control now. Okay, so we gotta fly in. This is technically a Game of Thrones reference. After all, I am drinking Game of Thrones beer. But Elon Musk specifically wanted to add dragon wings to Starship, and so I'm doing this important aerodynamics research, because obviously SpaceX is a company with only a limited amount of resources, and there aren't many people in the world that are experienced in dragon aerodynamics and spacecraft. So I'm obviously offering my services as someone that has worked professionally with dragons and with spaceships. So this is what we have: Starship with dragon wings. Right? How many people can claim that they have professionally worked with dragons and spaceships? I think it's pretty beautiful. Obviously, we had issues with aerodynamics. We need to figure out how to slow down the... Also, I don't know what's up with that wobble there. It'll figure itself out once it really gets the aerodynamics going down. Hey, Nemo Consequente! Hello from down under. While since you've been around, if I remember correctly, but glad to have you as always. There is only one reasonable solution: genetically engineer real dragons. I'm gonna say I would not be happy. Would not be unhappy. Like, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's Nick Frost. Nick Frost. He always talks about how if you want to create dragons like in Jurassic Park, one way to do it is to take like a chicken and just reactivate old genes and all that until you've made yourself something that looks like a dinosaur. And my response to that is, well, if I could do that, why couldn't I just make a dragon instead? And you just know that there's people that would be much happier seeing a dragon. So I'm just going to keep this thing flying and see how we're doing in space, bleeding off energy or whatever. Oh, I wonder what happens if I deploy the air brakes. Like, I gotta undeploy them if this thing starts to look aerodynamically unstable. Look, it's like one of those dragon that has like a warning frill around its neck. Ah, see, maybe so 83 actually knows the history of Pern. It's a star-nosed dragon spaceship, yes. I don't know about keeping the air brakes extended. I want to see how far I can get. Oh, look, actually, we're now coming up short on the launch site. The problem is we need to bleed off speed before then. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, yes, you see? So I'm going to try turning. Because we obviously need to, like, keep these wings from tearing off. That was our problem last time. Was they had too much force on them. So if I can just apply some angle of attack to lift my altitude a bit. Because what we don't want to have happen is we fall into the thick atmosphere while going too fast. At that point we will be doomed because the aerodynamic forces will not be able to be handled by the reptilian muscle and skin tissue. And while I'm at it, activate navigation. Maybe we can get it to the Dragon airfield. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what? Actually, okay, here we go. Yeah, well, the air brakes obviously make me unstable or make me flip around, which is perfect for landing. Oh, wait, we're going too fast. That's the problem. That's why I'm having a hard time flying. Oh, look at that. We get serious G-forces. Hey, I like it. Now we're down to like Mach 3. Now let's try flying towards the target. I think we're actually doing a pretty good job here. Look, we're pulling like 2 Gs in this turn here thanks to all these aerodynamic surfaces. Elon, your design is genius. Like, I mean, you know, I'm not one of these people that, like, is a fanboy that, like, worships everything that Elon Musk does. I'm just like, you know, sometimes he gets things right. But I'm going to say, this really is genius. This is totally, like, so logical. Dragon wings on a starship. Like, I thought he was joking. Like, but it's clear that this is a brilliant piece of design which is going to push the limits of aerodynamics. It's going to be a paradigm shift. And, you know, like, I used to respect him for his CD drivers. You know, CD drivers. Like, that was his area of expertise. And then that was the whole... Then, of course, there's the rockets and PayPal and stuff. But CD drivers on the legend of Tully Bodine, like, he does not get enough respect for that. Okay, I might have to start gliding. We're still going supersonic, but this thing is doing pretty well. Well, you know, I still have plenty of fuel left. I think I'm going to need to keep some speed up here. Although I'm at 10 kilometers, so maybe I can glide a bit further. Obviously, I need to, like, lift my nose up so I'm generating some sort of thrust. I mean, this thing flies like a plane. Plenty good. If only I'd set it up so I could disable all these. I think we might have to set it down here, actually. To be clear, what I'm going to do, actually, is shut down all these engines. Because I only need the core engine for the landing. Are we shut down? Shut down, shut down. Okay, so the next thing we're going to need to do is when the time gets close, we're going to need to transfer the fuel backwards. Right? So this one will be in, and this is pretty good. I'm just looking for a spot to land now. I need to set what as an action group. This is where I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to actually have an altimeter that works, and of course that's the yeah, we need fuel transfer as an action group. That would be very nice if that actually worked. I've asked for that for a long time, trust me. Okay, I'm not sure what altitude I'm at, to be honest. I'm going to do an Alt F5 here just to make sure that we have a possibility. Is that? No, that's not us. I was looking for a shadow that might look like us. Oh man, I forgot to do this. Oh crap. Pin. 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 Okay, and now let's pull out of this dive. So we're going to do this. In. And we're going to ask it to point in reverse. And in fact, what I should just do is disable stability control. Uh-oh. Oh, crap. Hey, you know, they sort of survived. I think it still needs the parachutes for reverse landing. Well, look, we'll try this again, right? Quick save one. Load. They'll be totally fine. You know what I could do as well, right? Look, watch this. So once again, we're going to start this. I'm going to start doing in. I'm going to turn off stability control. I'm going to put these wings out. And oh, no. This is the one that I want. Why does that not work? Why does this thing not work here? Yeah, totally fell apart. Oh well, parachutes. That is not something I expected to have happen. Still, it's rather glorious to watch. You know what? That looked like a really amazing flight abort system, didn't it? Saving the crew when things went crazy. Truth is, the thing just fell apart like that. So, you know, that's engineering for you. Look, there it is, going down. You can watch it from the third party. Don't time accelerate, though, because they will crash. Let's try Alt F9ing that again. What I was trying to do was move the wings further forwards, but I couldn't figure that out. So once again, with the incredible Ram Animal, Public Enemy #1. Wait. Sorry, I do like my 80s rap and all that. Okay, in this, stability control, and the next thing I want to do is find what? Oh man, it fell apart again. There it goes. One more death. Yeah, the wing jank is a big problem. I mean, look, I could just deploy the parachutes, right? I know I could deploy the chutes. I want to do it without chutes, right? Sometimes people don't want to use those parachutes. Display, try, yeah, I think that might just take too long, right? And this, Oh, and then it starts to get into the spin, right? So I just don't know how to counteract this spin. Oh, you know what? Here's the problem. The fuel never finished transferring. Okay. I'll F9 that again. Let's load this one. Wait. Why Scatterer? No, no, I don't care about Scatterer. What's loading Scatterer? Okay, let's try this. So, bang, bang. Bang. And then we'll just pin all these things to make sure they get dealt with. In. This. Turbo. Let's actually try keeping that engine firing. There we go. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no. Oh, man. And what I need to be able to do is move these wings further forwards. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do this with the parachutes. Because we've done it with the parachutes before, right? Obviously, I need a super high-tech fly-by-wire system, which I just simply don't have the time to develop. It would be probably thousands of lines of code, and then people would be like checking my GitHub and saying, "You didn't code that." And it's like, no, I just designed the algorithm, and all the supporting stuff was, you know, by other people. F9. Okay, we're gonna use the parachutes this time. The wing, well, what I wanted to do was make the wings go even further forwards, because having the wings here is actually really good. But what I wanted to do was make these wingtips go further forwards, right? The problem is that they're not easy to do. Oh, wait. There, like that. Okay, and then brakes. Da, 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 da. So here's the other problem, is that trying to cancel the spin in reverse is really hard because your control surfaces get all reversed, right? Let's just deploy these parachutes. There we go. Okay. See, parachutes do it, though. So look, obviously if I could get that fly-by-wire, that would make things a lot simpler. But that was the idea, was if I had a button that would select this configuration, then we might be able to, like, move the center of pressure even further back and keep the whole thing steady. And yeah, then we can, say, fold everything away. Okay, well, it didn't quite work. But, you know, we can close the bay up and make it look... I think that the stability... The problem isn't the higher altitude, it's simply me not having the controls I need. Don't you dare fall over on me. If you fall over, I will not be happy with you. You will go to bed without any supper, let me tell you. Anyway, I think that we have done some major important experiments. We have gone places where obviously only geniuses have ever dared to dream. And I think we've had great successes. Does anyone think this has been a success? I think this has been a success. I'm going to drink to the dragon, to the Starship Dragon. Fly safe, everybody, and may all your launches be good, and your fuel be pure, and your thrust be powerful, and your drink be tasty. I'm Scott Manley. Fly safe.